All right, boys, this is going to be our very first case study where I show you guys exactly how I made $2,400 in less than 2 hours with Amazon KDP. And let's get right into this. Okay, so the book we're going to be talking about is called Trump Saves Christmas, which was effectively was like a kid's book that I sold around Christmas time, where the main character, which was Trump, went around the town and like saved the town during Christmas. It was very simple, like AI, ChatGPT, Christmas kids book. And I made it in less than like probably 90 minutes. It probably only took me 90 minutes to make the entire book, from all the AI image generation to the AI text to just publishing it on Amazon. Probably took me less than 2 hours. And as we can see right here, I actually made over $2,000 with this book, which I think is a great success, especially for a book that I spent so little time on. And yeah, as we can see, obviously it peaked in December, but it's actually still selling a little bit every couple of days. But obviously December was the big month. I think I got over like $2,000 in royalties in just December alone, which is amazing. So, anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the book real quick. All right, boys, so here we have the book right here. As we can see, if we just look at the ratings, it only has 7 reviews with a 3.8 star average, which is actually horrible. The industry standard, essentially, for Amazon KDP is you have to have at least 4.3 stars, and you have to usually have like anywhere from 20 to like over 100 reviews usually on your books. But I spent absolutely zero time trying to get reviews. The only reviews I got were like from people who I know who bought the book, or just random purchases. I didn't try to go get reviews from any reviewing websites. I didn't try to get any reviews from like super close relatives. The only reviews I got were mostly just from like people who bought the book. And I actually got some negative reviews because it is quite a controversial book. It's about Trump, and there's some people, stupid people who don't like Trump, and they actually left negative reviews on the book. And you can see that even though it's just like a December quarter 4 Christmas book, it's still actually selling a few copies. Every once in a while I'll still see another sale of this book, even in like mid-March. Obviously not my bestseller right now, but still makes a little bit every other day. If we go ahead and take a look at the rankings history on this book, we can actually see that it peaked around, let's see, like about 6,000, usually, like BSR 6,000, which was during December, of course. That's when people were buying this book. But I actually think it went all the way down to 2,000. I remember refreshing one day and that it was all the way down at 2,000 BSR. If you don't know what BSR means, basically BSR means bestseller ranking, and on Amazon, every single book has a bestseller ranking, which basically means that at this time, at this specific date, it was the number 11,470th best-selling book on Amazon. So out of the millions of books on Amazon, it was top 11,000, which is super good because anything under 80,000 usually makes about $1,000 a month. Obviously, this one is not making $1,000 a month right now because it's not December, but if it had been, like peak buying season, this one would probably be making close to maybe 5K. All right, so now that we've taken a quick look at the book, let's go ahead and look at actually why it sold. So the way I made this book, I made it super simply. I just used Canva, which has like an built-in like DALL-E image generator, and then I used AI, and then I spent about 2 hours working on the book, and boom, made $2,400. Super duper simple. This book specifically was one of the easiest books I have ever made. And even better than that, I spent absolutely $0 on ads. So if you don't know, Amazon actually has a policy for like running ads where you're not allowed to run ads on books that are political or sexual or like anything like that. So I couldn't actually run ads on the book. If I was able to run ads, bro, I would have made at least $30,000 off this book. But I couldn't run ads because of Amazon policies, and so my ads got blocked. But even then, I still made thousands of dollars organically just through the Amazon search algorithm. And then also, I got horrible reviews, only 3.7 stars or whatever. That is absolutely horrible. If that had happened to any other book, the book would not have sold. Like, let's say you're selling 100 fun facts for kids book or something like that. If you only have like 5 reviews and your average star is like 3.7, you're not selling any books I promise you. You have to have at least like 4.3 stars and at least like 20 ratings to compete today in today's market. You have to have ratings because that is what differentiates your books from the competitors' books. Whoever has the more ratings on Amazon in whatever niche is usually the person who sells more books. Because obviously, if you're trying to buy a book that solves a problem, like let's say you're trying to buy an exercise book, how to get fit in 4 weeks book or something like that. If there's like 3 books that are on the same niche, there's 3 books in the same niche. The one with 1,000 reviews is going to beat the 2 other books that only have 30 reviews, and that's just because it's social proof. Other people want to know what other people are buying, and so they're just going to buy whatever has the most reviews. So even though that this book had horrible reviews because it was polarizing and because it had that like wow factor, I was still able to sell lots and lots of copies. Now, of course, I did make some mistakes. I probably should have actually gone in and tried to get reviews. Maybe I should have talked to more people I know, tried to get them to write reviews. But even then, I don't know how much that would have helped because it is such a unique book. Also, I did not list it on any of the reviewing websites like Book Bounty. The reason I didn't do that is because I didn't want people leaving negative reviews just because they didn't like Trump. So I just didn't even bother putting it on any of those review sites. Now, of course, like I said, the traditional KDP formula, good keywords, running Amazon ads, and getting at least 50 plus Amazon reviews. Super duper important that you use things on any other book. But for this book specifically, because it came out at such a trending time, Q4, Trump had just been elected, and it was the Christmas season rush, I was able to sell thousands of copies. Of course, Christmas time, Q4 rush, and then Trump won the election. Everybody was high on that Trump fever. I know I was, and I'm super glad I capitalized on it. Now, here are some mistakes I made. I actually went on call with another YouTuber named Emeka Osai. He actually gave me some advice, and he said I should have raised the price, which I don't know why I didn't. I kept it, I believe, $10.99 throughout the entire holiday season without raising it. Realistically, I could have just raised the price to like maybe even $14.99, $16.99, and I would have made a lot more money. Like if I had just been smarter and raised the price, I probably would be sitting here with an extra $4,000 or $5,000 in my bank account instead of just $2,400, which is great. I'm glad I made the money, but I should have been smarter. I should have raised the price, and I should have seen, wow, there's a lot of demand for this book. I need to capitalize on it now. I also should have marketed it using X ads. So I don't know if you guys have a lot of experience using X, like the new Twitter. It's really like a political website, and I've seen a lot of people who actually publish political like satire books and just like political books in general, and they publish them and then they market them using paid ads, cost per click ads on Twitter, and they actually make pretty decent money doing that. So that's one thing I probably should have done. If I could go back in time, I would have set that up. It's just at the time I didn't know, and yeah. I also should have made social media content with it. I made like one post with it, and then I just kind of gave up. I was like, you know what, I'm making money, whatever, who cares, right? But that was not the right mentality. I should have had like the hustle grind mentality. I kind of got a little bit complacent there, where I just saw the money coming in, and I was like, who cares? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? But hindsight 2020, I know I definitely should have done some of these things. All right, boys, if you're interested in this type of business model and you want to learn how to make thousands of dollars online, just selling PDFs, I do have a free Discord where we just hit 100 members. I think we're actually above that now. We're at like 125, I think now. So go ahead and join that. It's growing super fast. I just started posting on YouTube again, and we have a great community in there, super lively community. Also, big shout out to my boy Sammy. He was the first person on my Discord server to write his first book. An absolute win for the server, absolute win for the community. It just proves to you that anybody can actually write their own books online and make money. So super big win for him. Super glad he did that. And then also, I am looking for 10 qualified students who want to work with me personally to make their first $1,000 with KDP in the next 90 days. If you think that you have what it takes and you're actually like committed, because I'm looking for committed people here. I don't want just random people working with me. I want like people who can actually put in the work that I tell them to do, and who are actually willing to, hit this goal. And I know it's completely achievable because I hit my first $1,000 in about 60 days doing Amazon KDP. So I know it's 100% achievable. If you're interested, go ahead. Here is my page on School. You can book a free call with me and we can just chat and I can introduce it to you. And I'd love to speak with some of you guys. Because I know I have a few students in here. I'm already booking a few calls. I think we're probably going to hit our first 10 members by the end of March. So go ahead and join that right now. As always, boys, stay excellent.